welcome back to the Morning Blend, where we are continuing our stroll through Shorewood. Well, people have all sorts of reasons to move: new job, bigger family, smaller family. But when you need to buy or sell your home, you want to make the transition as smooth as possible.
Joining us now is Jamie Ludlow from Shorewest Realtors, along with Dave Larson, one of our clients, who used Jamie to both sell his old condo and buy his new house. Super excited to see you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
It's so easy to put the spotlight on Shorewood because it's an awesome place to live, work, and have a good time too.
It is. It's a, Shorewood is just such a unique place. It's such a small little area, but there's so much to do. I mean, you have all these great places you can walk. You have Kensington Square now, which used to just be the gas station.
Yeah.
There's just so much vibrance going on. So many community events in Shorewood.
I think so too. How's the housing market?
The market is great. I mean, Milwaukee County overall is doing really well, but Shorewood in particular is doing amazing. Sales are up, days on market is down. I think the really interesting thing is average sale price is actually up 23% in Shorewood.
Wow.
You kind of have to take that with a grain of salt because we're seeing more on the luxury side, so that pulls that number up a little, but overall it's still fantastic.
So, okay, if the homes are selling well, how is price determined, and is that good for a buyer?
It's definitely, especially in Shorewood, we have a shortage of inventory, so buyers are seeing a lot of competition. So when we price a home, when I go in to price a home, the first thing I always want to do is determine what's the client's goal.
Yeah.
Why are they moving? When Dave listed his condo, he was moving to buy a house. You just have people in different situations. After that, you're going to look at what are the recent sales in the area and then what's currently on the market, because that's your current competition.
Beautiful pictures. Are these places that this is the condo that you were selling?
Exactly.
So you had this beautiful place on the east side, and you decided, you know what, hey, it's time to buy a home, have more space, have more, bang for the buck. Why did you choose Shorewood?
A lot of the things that Jamie just talked about, the vibrancy of the city and the neighborhoods, coming from the east side, we're walkers. We walk a lot of places. We walk to our grocery store. We walk to, we walk our errands. We, 2 dogs, they wanted a yard. So it was, Shorewood drew us because of that community, because of the people, because of the walkability and just the ability to get around. And, my wife works on the east side. I work downtown. So just the closeness of Shorewood to both of those was very important to us.
And how are you liking it so far? It looks like your new place in Shorewood is sweet.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, those pictures that we've done some work to them since then, but that was those are the before pictures. The floor is still there, the built-ins, all that stuff is still there, but we've done a little bit of work with it, but we love it. I mean, we fell in love with this house, and we're making it our own.
Great.
What do you think is the key in with working with a realtor? Because a lot of people like to do some of their own research first and then they find a realtor. But what do you think is the key to having that advocate on your side?
Well, buyers and sellers are so informed today because there is so much that they can do, so much research. So they're coming in and they know what they're doing. But the advantage to working with a realtor and the key is to finding someone who, again, going back to that goal. What's your goal in buying or selling a place? And then really what I like to do with my clients is make sure I include them in the process. I mean, buying and selling is it's a huge financial decision, it's a very emotional decision, and it can be very overwhelming. So you want to find someone who will include you in that process so that when it's time to make a major decision, you know you're making the right decision.
Did you feel that way, Dave? Did you feel included in the process? Because you have an interesting vantage point of working with Jamie both as a seller and then as a buyer.
Right, absolutely. No, she nailed it. I mean, the work that she did, condo sold in 3 days, so it kind of expedited our process.
Nice.
I know. So to me, that sold it for us. We actually sat down with Jamie a full year before we actually got into the process. So we knew where we wanted to end up in a year. Jamie expedited that process by selling our condo, but I'd have to say she really, went the whole 9 yards for us, kept us involved in that process, and she took her time. She was patient with us, and we looked at dozens of houses, sometimes before they're even on the market, and really went the whole 9 yards for us.
A lot of the houses, I think, in Shorewood have so much charm. Like, like you had kind of shown in those before pictures. There's so much to do with them, and they just need a little updating. Right. But still, they're in, great price ranges, and it's that I feel like everything's exploding.
Right. And we ended up in an older home, so we were challenged with some of the, it was a house built in 1926, so we were worried about coming from a 10-year-old condo. It's quite a change to do that. So You know, Jamie went into the wall for us literally to make sure that we didn't have a leak in one of our crawl spaces. So that, talking about going the whole 9 yards, like that's what Jamie did for us.
She did it.
That is really
Literally
great.
crawled into the wall for us.
That's fantastic.
Well, he showed up in his suit, so
I mean-
I lost that coin toss.
So you had to take
I was
one
on my
for
way
the
to
team
work.
in that one. Jamie, that's great. And I think the relationship that you had with Dave and his wife, and to be able to work with them and really make them not just happy, but to find a place that's such a great fit and then sell their condo so quickly is huge. You're with Shorewest in Shorewood. JamieLudlow.com is the website where you can find out more about her and the great work she's doing, and find a place maybe in Shorewood too. It's a hot housing market, so act now whether you're buying or selling. Call her at 414-232-7775. Great to meet both
Thanks,
of
you
you.
guys.
Thank you.
so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Yeah.